Seriously, Joe Abercrombie fans, you have to read Gemmell. Hello and welcome to my channel. In this video, I'm going to be doing a quick review of The King Beyond the Gate, Book 2 in publication order of the Journai Chronicles by David Gemmell. So back when my channel was new, I used to do some longer reviews, which are usually really long, and some like quicker reviews, 5 minutes or less. And I wanted to do a review for King Beyond the Gate because I had a lot of thoughts about this, and I figured this would be a good way to talk about them. So I'm bringing back the quick hit review. So, The King Beyond the Gate takes place around 100 years after Legend, and it's really dealing with still some of the fallout of those events. But after the events of Legend, basically there is a tyrant who has taken over Journai, and they're very evil and terrible. One of the things they've done is they've rediscovered machines from the Elders that allow them to create joinings, and those joinings are like part beast, part human. There were none that was both a bear and a pig, because I was thinking about that because there was Bear Wolf Man, but not Man Bear Pig.
What is that, a pig bear man?
No, stupid. It's Man Bear Pig.
But so that's happening, and what we end up seeing is a rebellion ends up forming, started by some heroes in their own right, who were former members of the Dragon, which was an elite fighting force that was disbanded and ended up being mostly destroyed in some of the wars following when this tyrant took over. There's also another area that's in rebellion that they kind of join up with, and this deals with a lot of the same beats that Legend dealt with kind of the last stands, the idea of why people fight, the idea of heroes. And honestly, that is really the only negative for me about this. With the first half of the book, it just felt a little too Legend. I really liked Legend, but I felt like we were retreading the same steps. There were some similar things that happened. We had insta-love, we had heroes coming back out of retirement, and those are things that I think can be done. Insta-love is usually a deal breaker, but it worked in Legend. And so the first third of this book, I wasn't feeling it as much, but especially after I got to the back half, my enjoyment of this ramped up a lot, because it took those things and kind of took a more mature and a different view with them. So we still have the heroes, but we have more of the exploration of what makes a hero. It's done in a really interesting way where sometimes it can be like biting and sarcastic, sometimes it can be optimistic, and it really just has this wholesale view. No two people are the same, no heroes are the same. Sometimes people think they're heroes, but they're not. Sometimes people don't even realize they're heroes. And we get a ton of look at that. It really reminded me of some of what Joe Abercrombie did in his book, The Heroes, which really was looking at specifically battle and spreading that out a lot. This takes place over a lot more time, and there's a ton more going on. But a lot of that was looking at the idea of heroes. But here, David Gemmell does such a great job of not just being sarcastic and like, oh, you're a hero. It's done really, really well. And we have some characters who are looked at as heroes, but maybe they don't have the best interests in mind for everyone, and some people who don't even realize they're heroes and that kind of thing. The way it's explored was really, really fantastic, and the wide variety of characters that we get and people having to step up into the role, I thought was really, really well done. We do get some of the same beats with looks at, the desperate last defense. That's a theme that it sounds like Gemmell really likes to explore, but it's different enough and it's broken up enough with the way that it's handled that I thought it really, really worked. We get some other, like I said, familiar elements as well. Like we have a different version of the 30, but kind of everybody here is flawed. They're going back and they're looking at the events of Legend and like those were the real heroes, we're all flawed. And it explores that as well, of how you live up to being a hero, which we got from Dress in the first one. I will say, too, even with the insta-love, that is expanded on more, and we're kind of shown that, yeah, usually if there's insta-love, it's not going to be real necessarily. So we see that several times, and it goes some different routes. Some people seem to legitimately be in love. Other people are like, oh, maybe I really wasn't, or maybe it was something different. And so we get more explanation there, which I thought was also handled very, very well. So overall, this was going to be lower rated for me than Legend. I had to give it a 4-star review because of the fact that I really, really, really enjoyed the back half, and it kind of fixed all of the problems I had with it, and also fixed some things that happened with Legend. Legend I also thought was a little bit too short. This is actually shorter, but fit really, really well, and the pacing I thought worked. And so I didn't feel like I needed more pages. I was just very satisfied with the ending. So that's my quick hit review for King Beyond the Gate by David Gemmell. Make sure to let me know in the comments if you've read this and what your thoughts are. If you agree, disagree with anything that I had to say, make sure to give the video a like if you enjoyed it. Check the link in the description for the Wizardly Duo Discord if you want to chat this book, any books, anything else really. It's a ton of fun in the Discord, and we would love to have you. And of course, if you enjoy my content, make sure to subscribe.